every read receives the most recent write or an error. This is what the C in CAP theorem is all about. In this video, I'm going to teach you 3 consistency patterns that you should know when designing systems. The first pattern is called weak consistency. With weak consistency, after a write has been made, reads may or may not see that write, and the best effort approach is taken. I will explain to you weak consistency using an example. Let's say you are on a phone call with your friend and your friend sends you a lovely message or a lovely greeting. So I'll use a different color. This is you, or rather your friend. This is your friend's phone. And this other one is you. And then your friend sends a message saying, hi, how are you? Long time. This is what your friend has said. But when they said, how are you? The connection was lost. So you only hear hi, long time. This is what weak consistency is all about. It's very good in real-time systems, whereby when you lose connection and then the connection is re-established on that phone call, you do not hear the words that were spoken when the connection was lost. You only hear words that are sent when the connection is on. Weak consistency is very, very good for real-time systems like voice over IP, video games, and any other real-time system like the phone call I've given you an example of. The other one is called eventual consistency. I'll just write it here, maybe using a different color. I'll say eventual C. I hope I've spelled it correctly. I think it has only one L. Correct me if I'm wrong. With eventual consistency, after a write, reads will eventually see it, typically after some milliseconds, and the data is replicated asynchronously. I will again explain this using an example. On YouTube, if you have a friend watching the video, this is the same video A, another friend watching the same video, okay, another friend watching the same video, and then this person likes. They may like and see their like count increase immediately. But this other friend, let me call this friend 1, then 2, then 3. Friend 2 will not see that like instantly, especially if there are so many people liking the videos. Not the videos, but that very particular video. No one will see the increment of the videos instantly. It won't be instant. The true count of that video will show after some time. Even if we say maybe 1, 2, and 3 liked at the same time, okay? They like the video at the same time, and it's a very popular video. Maybe even so many hundreds of people are also liking the same video, and maybe the likes are about maybe 1,000 likes. The like count will be updated eventually, not instantly, okay? So for some time, person 1 will have the true count of 40. Maybe at some point, this one is having maybe 38, but later it will also move to 40. Then this one might be having maybe only 25, but eventually they also receive the update of the true like count on that video. So with eventual consistency, like I've told you, after a write is made, the reads will eventually see it after some time. Usually it's in milliseconds, and the data replication is done in milliseconds. And like I've described, this approach is seen mainly in systems like DNS, email, posting things, liking things on social media, and so on. Let's move on to another consistency pattern that is called strong consistency. Call it strong C. So with strong consistency, after a write is made, reads will see it. I'll give you an example to make you understand what actually happens. If you have, for example, a bank, okay, this is an account A and then account B, okay, and maybe you have a teller right here. So account A has about $100. Then account A does a deduction, okay, of $50 by sending it to account B. Maybe account B has about $100, and because they've been sent money, they must have $150 later. When the teller sees account A's account, they must see $50, and when they look at this other person's account, they must see $150 at that very moment after the write has been made, not later, not may or not, it should be. Okay, so this is what strong consistency is all about. The data in strong consistency is replicated synchronously. Don't confuse it with this side. In Eventual, it is replicated asynchronously. That is why the reads see the writes after some time. But in strong consistency, the reads must see the write. As simple as that. So in the case of a banking application, you'd have to lock account A and account B until account A has the deduction made and account B has the increment made. There's no situation whereby you have account A having a balance of $50 and account B has no increment of $150. Neither can you have a situation whereby the account A has made a transaction of $50 to account B, but account A has $100 and account B has $150. That is very bad. Okay, with strong consistency, we must have the deduction at the same time as the increment in another account, which means when the teller checks any of these accounts, they must see the most recent write. That is what strong consistency is all about. And then with weak consistency, like I told you, a read may or may not get the most recent write. Why? Because here we don't really worry about loss of data like in a real-time system, like I gave you in the event of the phone call. When you're having a phone call with your friend and the connection is lost at some point. When the connection is re-established, you will not hear the words were spoken when the connection was off. You will hear the words which are spoken when the connection is on. This video is part of a playlist where I'm teaching you everything you need to know concerning system design. It is building up to a number of videos I'm going to do to teach you how to design real-world systems. See you in the next video.